My videos don't necessarily promote one religion. My views and opinions aren't meant to change the minds, opinions, or beliefs of others. Watch with an open mind. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, entertainment, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All rights and credit go directly to its rightful owners. No copyright infringement is intended. We continue to uncover the profound wisdom within the timeless scriptures. Take care, and God bless.
Hey friends, welcome back. Now if you could wave a magic wand and make all the nasty people in the world just vanish, would you? For many of us, this is a fantasy, a secret wish. Unfortunately, these trolls and keyboard warriors are part of our new reality, especially when you have a public platform. Negative comments, reviews, and messages can feel like throwing stones in a pond, sending out ripples of stress, anxiety, anger, or sadness that spreads far and wide. It feels personal, unfair, targeted, and unfortunately, the echo chamber of online life means that these comments often go unchecked and unchallenged. So today, I want to share with you my approach to dealing with critics. Now, this approach has been honed over years of receiving feedback on everything from writing to business to personal posts. But it's so much more than just a strategy. It's a philosophy, a mindset, a way of turning a negative experience into a positive one. So buckle up. By the end of this video, you lines have a toolkit that will help you not only survive, but thrive in the face of online criticism. You'll learn how to transform your critics into collaborators, your detractors into fans. This is about flipping the script and making every negative comment a stepping stone towards growth, deeper connections, and a stronger sense of self. Let's dive in together. Let's begin by acknowledging the elephant in the room. Dealing with criticism sucks. There's this visceral immediate reaction that kicks in when you see those red notifications popping up. It's like a punch in the gut or a stab in the heart. But why does a few hundred words typed out by a faceless person on the internet have that kind of power over us? Well, let's break it down. Firstly, these comments trigger our lizard brain responses. They hit us at the emotional level where survival instincts kick in. Animosity activates our fight or flight mode, urging us to either confront the threat head-on or escape and hide. Secondly, it creates an us versus them mentality. When people hide behind the veil of online anonymity, they often feel emboldened to say things they wouldn't say face to face. Suddenly there's an in-group, the people who get it and love it, and an out-group, the haters and the naysayers. Lastly, it's hard to see beyond the words. When someone takes the time to leave a scathing review or a hateful comment, it's easy to assume the worst about them. Are they bored, lonely, angry themselves? Do they have something to prove? Reading between the lines and understanding their intent can be challenging. That's where the work begins. So now that we understand the why, let's talk about the what and how of reframing criticism as a growth opportunity. First, shift your mindset. Think of all the times you've given feedback to others. How did it land? Were they grateful, defensive, dismissive? Chances are it wasn't always a smooth ride. Reframe criticism as data, not an attack. Remember, most people aren't out to get you. They're probably just trying to make their own way in the world. Don't take it personally, embrace the feedback loop. Different perspectives are essential for evolution, whether it's a product, a creative piece, or even your personal growth. If everyone liked everything all the time, we wouldn't evolve, we'd stagnate. Look for the gems within the criticism. Ask yourself, is there any truth to this? Is there anything I can learn from this feedback? Identifying actionable insights is key to growth. Maybe you didn't hit the mark with a particular audience. Maybe your explanation wasn't clear enough. These are all pieces of information that can help you improve. Next, let's talk about the art of engagement. How you respond to criticism says as much about you as the criticism itself. Take a beat before responding. Don't pounce. Give yourself time to cool off and process your emotions. Responding in real time often leads to escalation. Instead, pause, breathe, reflect. Validate and clarify, acknowledge the feedback. Show that you've understood their perspective before sharing yours. Thank you for your feedback. I understand where you're coming from. I see what you mean, then offer your side of the story. This is an opportunity to educate, to explain your choices, to share your thought process. For example, I chose to do it this way because of X, Y, and Z. Be respectful, even if you don't agree. Disengage gracefully. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, things just won't be able to be resolved in the comments section. Know when to take it offline or internal. If a comment is particularly abusive or off-topic, don't engage. Instead, use the platform's tools to remove or hide the comment and move on. Now, here's the big one: turn your critics into collaborators. This is where the magic happens, where you turn a negative experience into a positive one. Find common ground. Shared values or goals are a great place to start. For example, we might disagree on the approach, but I appreciate your passion for why. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Thank you for your feedback. I understand where you're coming from and I appreciate you taking the time to share your thoughts. This is a great point and I'm glad we could discuss it. The thank you effect. Saying thank you sincerely, not sarcastically, can disarm even the harshest critic. By expressing gratitude, you show that you're not threatened and that you're open, which may encourage the person to reevaluate their own tone or approach. Invite dialogue. Shift the conversation from a one-way street to a two-way street. Ask questions. Seek clarification. For example, I'm curious about your experience with X. Could you elaborate on that? Showing genuine interest can often diffuse tension and create a more constructive exchange. Now, let's fast forward and see how these small wins add up to long-term success. First, it ripples outward. How you treat your critics doesn't just affect you, it affects your entire community. When you show grace under fire, others see it too. It sets an example for the next generation of internet users. It helps foster a more positive and supportive online environment for everyone. Second, it's proactive bridge building. Don't wait for the trolls to start the flame wars. Start a dialogue, share your story, your values, your passions. Build a strong foundation first so that when the tough times come, you have a community that stands with you. Third, it's your digital legacy. Every interaction, every comment, every message contributes to your digital legacy. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? One of resilience, of grace, of genuine interaction. When people think of you online, do you want them to remember the negativity or the positivity? It's in your hands. Remember, friends, dealing with criticism is not about winning argument or silencing dissent. It's about growth, connection, and legacy. It's about turning the negative into a positive and making every comment, whether it's a love letter or a hate mail, a stepping stone towards your evolution. So the next time you see those red notifications, don't run away, face them, embrace them. Because in the words of Eleanor Roosevelt, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And on that note, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your experiences with online criticism? What advice would you give to others? Drop your comments below. Let's have a conversation. And as always, if you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need it. Until next time, take care and thanks for watching.
Thank you all for watching this here video.